Hello, and welcome to Entirely English. Today's session is a basic introduction to English punctuation. Before we get into that, I want to thank Mike Williams, who was my 99th subscriber. Woo! Welcome, Mike. I hope you enjoy these videos. Do put some information in the comments below so we can get to know you. And we have made 100 subscribers. Yay! It's only taken me like a year and a half or something. But, well, I would like to welcome our 100th subscriber, but it's one of those that YouTube hasn't shared their identity with me. So, whoever you are, thank you for making it around 100. Maybe by the year 3025, I'll get 1,000. Who knows? But today we are looking at punctuation. So let's get into that. Now, I had presumed, as with many things, that these things are the same around the world. But I have learned since that that is not the case. English punctuation is fairly straightforward. We have the exclamation mark, and that is for exclamations. When you exclaim something, shout it, or shocked, like, stop that, or he told you that. Question marks symbolize a question. Unlike, I think it's Spanish, where they have an upside down question mark at the start of the question. In English, it's just at the end. Full stop. What the Americans call period, which in English just sounds horrible, should not be there. Full stop means the end of the sentence. It's a full stop. Now, a sentence can be formed of one or two or more clauses. For that, you need to look at a more detailed class. We're just doing a brief introduction here. But full stop is the end of a sentence. Sentences should start with a capital letter. That is also counted as punctuation, as is capital letters for nouns and so forth. That is also in the class of punctuation. And we have the colon, which is kind of difficult for a lot of people to comprehend. The simple idea is it's like a mathematical equals sign. So you say, I have a lot of cars, and then you put a colon and a list. A Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Mini, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of cars equals these things. The one punctuation which seems to cause the most confusion is the comma. So that's what we're really going to focus on now. Before we look at the comma, it's important that you realize what punctuation is. Now, this is one of my favorite pictures. It's not my favorite because it's well drawn or is very realistic or anything. It's the title. The title makes this picture very interesting. Ceci ne est pas un pipe, which translates as this is not a pipe. So the title makes it interesting because it makes you think. This is not a pipe. It is an image of a pipe, and punctuation is the same thing. In fact, written words are the same thing. The word chair is not a chair. It's a symbol, a representation of a chair. And punctuation is exactly the same. It is a representation of how you breathe. Really. So full stop, when we're saying something, we stop, and it's a long breath. My car has so many problems. I don't know what to do. Full stop shows a long pause there because it's a longer breath. If that was one sentence, we'd use a comma. It's a shorter breath. My car has so many problems. I don't know what to do. Comma is for a breath. I found it interesting when I was teaching students from ex-Soviet countries that they have a rule that the comma always goes before or after. I think it's before the word that, which would make no sense in English. Because in English, you might say, I want that car. But if you read it punctuated in that Soviet style, you would say, I want that car. And there'd be a pause there, which makes the sentence not understandable, incomprehensible. So if you're not sure where to use commas, write your sentence and then say it out loud and listen for where you have a slight pause. And you'll notice this when you study more advanced English and you're looking at defining and non-defining relative clauses. Okay. So when you're writing, the comma is a breath in the middle of your sentence. Likewise, when we use it for lists, I like apples, oranges, bananas, tomatoes. There's that pause between each one. So we add a comma. You could use the word and. I like apples and bananas and tomatoes. You don't need commas then. When we take the and out and replace it with a comma, there is a pause. I like apples, bananas, oranges, pause, pause, pause. Right, so that's the trick. If you're not sure where a comma goes, say the sentence out loud, listen for where the comma would be. Like in that sentence, say the sentence out loud, comma, listen for where the sound. Yeah? General overview, punctuation is a symbol language. It shows you how things are spoken. You'll find some teachers say always put a comma after the word but. Not true. I want to go to Italy, but I can't afford it. No comma is needed. If you wanted to say, I want to go to Italy, but I can't afford it, you put a comma in there. It's how you say it. It's symbolic. Right. I hope that was straightforward. I hope I haven't been too complex about it. Symbols. Every punctuation mark is a symbol. All right. See you again soon.